And all right, so on my end, we are officially recording, and so for everyone that I know, there's going to be at least 10 people that'll ask, yes, there's going to be a replay. When will it be out? That's completely up to Sean. I'm sure he'll tell you guys at the end, so just sit back, enjoy the show, and let me go ahead and get the slides on the right screen. That probably would be a good start. There we go. And so bye-bye, Audie. You'd be surprised, Sean. Usually every time I do a webinar or anything like that, if that Audi's in the background, at least 5 people say, wow, that's a nice car. And we all sit here and have this 5-minute conversation while the rest of the group has to wait. Anyways, though, I won't keep you guys waiting too long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get things started right off the bat. And let me move this to another screen. Can everyone hear me? That's probably a good question to start off with. I do need to know. Can everyone hear me loud and clear, please? Let's see. Got to make sure that they can hear me. Otherwise, we're going to be sitting here talking to each other for a while. Anyways, though, I'm going to dive right into it. And, really quick, I just want to tell everyone that's, being on here it's a blessing to me. At the same time, you guys are going to learn a lot. All you have to do is sit back and really just relax and take some notes and stuff. So on that note, go ahead, turn off Facebook, mute the TV, and put that cell phone on vibrate. I know we're going to be talking about some Facebook and social media stuff, so it's kind of ironic I'm telling you to turn off the phone and Facebook. But do me that favor and go ahead and grab your pen and paper, because I promise you're going to want to take some notes. So on that note, let's dive right on into it, and let me go ahead and start talking to you guys. So you guys are about to discover my step-by-step offline formula, which will literally have any local business owner begging to hand you a $297 check before you go to dinner tomorrow, and how you can do everything start to finish in just 5 minutes. You guys ready to learn about this? Let's see, I want to see a bunch of yeses, guys. I'm a very interactive presenter. If I don't see yeses, I don't go on. I will sit here and I will wait for those yeses. So there'll be dead silence for a little bit. And so, yeah, awesome, guys. We got D saying yes, Louis C, and yes in Spanish. Yes, show us. All right, let's go right on into it. And I do have to say, before I dive 100% into the content, I do have to tell you a quick little background story about myself, because if you don't know who I am, why should you give a crap about what I'm saying? I could just be some random Joe Schmo that's decided to do a webinar one day and really has no merit behind whatever I'm saying. But yeah, I'm a big animal lover, D. As you can see, that's me in the middle. That's me with my fiancée, Stephanie. Sean, you're actually going to get I don't know if you're going to Ben's event, but you're going to get the privilege to meet her in August if you do get the chance to go down to Miami. But on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see my 2 little huskies. Those are the Siberians I own. They actually just yelled at me because I'm not taking them to the park right now when I went downstairs to get some water. On the top right, those are my 2 little kitties. Those are my absolute awesome kitties. I love them. They're the best things in the world. And then finally, who here can tell me who the guy in the tan with a purple shirt is in the bottom right? Who here can tell me who this individual is? Gary knows who it is. No clue. That's Frank Kern. So from a view, yes, that is Frank Kern with short hair. That was taken a couple weeks ago. I got the chance to meet him and hang out with him. He's a great guy, and I have nothing bad to say with him. And yes, Louis, you're correct. That is also Andy Jenkins, the video boss or Stompernet. And so a lot of people are really unaware of who he is, but he's actually just as big as Frank. Anyways, though, guys, the fun thing about meeting them was that all of those stereotypes that they're jerks and that they're liars and scammers, realistically, I got to tell you, they do have a face when they go up on stage, but when they come off, they take it off immediately, and they're just very down-to-earth people like us who have had a lot of success online. But anyways, the presentation's not about Frank Kern. I could go on a while about why I like him, but let me go ahead and talk about my business side a little bit. You know me on a little bit of a personal level now, so let me explain a few things business-wise, and that is I'm the founder of MooseWeb Inc. I started a software company or internet marketing type company where I do a lot of things on the internet, and that's MooseWeb, and I've grown that to the mid six-figure level in the last 2 years. I've never had a job except working at Kmart, and I actually got fired from working at Kmart because I wasn't a good enough cashier, I guess. And so no prior sales experience, nothing. I've just had a lot of really great opportunities come my way and a lot of hard work, and it's paid off quite a bit. I'm also the founder of Jumproo, which is my offline business or local marketing company, and with a recent name change, that's a new name, so some of you guys may or may not have seen that. But Jumproo is my offline business. We are setting ourselves up to be able to have a seven-figure business by the end of the year, and we're looking like we're going to hit it. So it's definitely on track, and we're hoping to really be able to crush it in the offline world. Not saying that we're not already, but we want to take hold in our market and really become a name to rival with. Anyways, though, on top of founding those two companies, I've had a really great opportunity, and that is to be able to train over 15,000 offline and online marketers. I've got a bunch of different products and courses, and literally hundreds upon hundreds of success stories using my products. So it's been an absolute blessing to be able to do that. And then finally, I'm the advisor to the local entrepreneurship organization at my old university, and I'm on the board of a couple of startups from some students there that have very successful ideas and businesses that they're trying to launch. But on that note, let's go ahead and talk about you guys. Let's talk about what you're about to learn. So first and foremost, you guys are going to get the 5-step method that has the attention and wallet of any business owner in the palm of your hand in just a matter of seconds. Just a matter of seconds. You guys are also going to get the game-changing facts about social media and mobile marketing that I can promise you, if you do not take down and you do not put into use, you will be out of business if you do not act now. Sean, here's a quick question for you. How fast did mobile take off? I mean, we're both offline guys. I know you like to do a lot more of the online stuff, and also you're huge into apps and to mobile right now. So you tell me, how big and how fast did mobile take off?
You know what? I'm still trying to catch up. I feel like I'm on the cutting edge, and I try to stay on top of it. But geez, every single day, in some of the mastermind groups that I'm in, different stories are shared or different techniques, or so it's just incredible. And it's only continuing to increase, which I think is really, really exciting.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the entire market as a whole, social media and mobile do kind of go hand in hand. I'm not saying that the desktop is getting left behind, but at the same time, you guys, you have to realize that, I mean, look at history. The computer came out, what did everyone do? We all flocked to the computer. The phone came out, the iPhone, all this kind of stuff, what do? We're all flocking to it. And so the same thing's happening over and over again. We're very predictable as to what we're going to do as a species, so to speak. And so simply put, the facts that you guys are going to learn on this presentation can be vital to whether or not your business succeeds or fails just because you have a little bit of an insight as to what could happen in the near future. On top of that, you guys are going to get the 4 key websites your competition are failing to use, and if you use it properly, I promise you, they are going to be that golden egg you've been looking for, the magic bullet. It's going to be amazing. They will make you rich. And then finally, how in just 5 minutes you can have the client finding, selling, and servicing process start to finish complete. So, are you guys ready to go? I want to dive into this. I really do want to dive into this. So, first off, I got to know. Everyone has a problem when it comes to offline marketing or running a business in general. We all have our reasons as to why we want to start a business. So here's my question to you guys. What's your problem? I want to share with you mine in just a second, but I want to know first, what's your problem? So you tell me, whether it's you lost your job, whether it's you want to quit your day job, whether it's you want more money, please. This is completely confidential. I know Sean will not tell anyone this, neither will I. You don't have to go into detail either, you guys. I just want to see a little bit of like a little tidbit of information because it allows me to connect with you on a more personal level. And that's definitely what I want to do because I'm here to help you guys. Okay, so yeah, I see a few things like people just want to leave their day jobs. Some people want more money coming in the door, taking care of their family. This, awesome stuff, you guys. Awesome. Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really great, little tidbits of information here, and a lot of people have some really great stories, and I'm sure that we could sit on here for hours talking about them. But you know what? Let me go ahead and help you change some of that, and let me go ahead and talk to you guys about how you guys can change the predicament you're in, and how you can truthfully start bringing in the results and the success you've been striving for who knows how long. And so on that note, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of background about my story. That's me when I was actually in college. I went to the University of Tampa, yet I'm wearing a UCF Knights shirt. It's kind of ironic. My fiance went to UCF for a little while. But anyways, I needed cash fast, you guys, and there's actually a reason for it. This is not one of those let's get cash fast stories or anything like that. This was, I was 18 years old. I was putting myself through school. I had tuition and books to buy, and I had 7 days to do it. And as much as my parents love me, because they love me to death, I'm only 20 now, so this was a couple years ago. But the point is that they couldn't go ahead and they couldn't pay everything. They put a ton of money aside to send me to school, but the biggest problem is that at least in Florida, tuition goes up 19% every year. So, you can imagine if you put aside a college fund 10 years ago, that's going to be, maybe a year's worth of tuition nowadays. And that's exactly what happened to us. So I had about $1,600 to $1,700 that I needed to make, and I only had 7 days to do it because if I didn't have that money, I couldn't sign up for my classes, and I couldn't go ahead and go to school next year. And ironically, I ended up actually just dropping out, so it was kind of a waste of money. But the point is I needed cash fast, and I had 7 days to do it. So what did I do? I went back to the drawing board. I went back to my roots, and ever since I was around 15 or 16 years old, I've been building websites. I've been going out and doing Facebook stuff. I've been doing search engine optimization for local businesses. So I went back to the drawing board, and I created the simple 5-step coupon fan page system. And what that is at its core a very simple process that you guys are about to learn, and exactly how I did it and how I was able to overcome my challenge of making $1,600 or $1,700 in 7 days with very, very little work. So here's my question to you guys really quick. When it comes to selling something to a client, if you had to have one advantage, what is the one thing a client will buy with more than anything else? More than whether or not they have tons of money, more than they see that it's going to be a huge potential, to have more customers come in the door. What is the one thing that if you can do to a client, it's one of your senses, I should add, what is the one thing you can do that a client will buy with more than anything else? That's a good one, Gary. Fear of loss. That's not it, though. Value. You guys, you remember, it's one of your five senses? Yeah, 5 senses. Ever since I watched that movie, Sixth Sense, I've always thought we've had 6 senses. Always has been throwing me off ever since I was a kid. There we go. Becky, you just nailed it. Eyes. Clients will buy with their eyes more than they will buy with anything else, because if we can show it to them, if they can grasp it, if they can physically hold it, even if it's virtual, if they can hold it on a phone or on a tablet or even on a computer, they will buy with that more than anything else, because the way that the true brick and mortar world works is that they love to see things, because you got to remember, guys, whenever, if you're looking at like a contractor, what do? They build a house. So when they're done, they can take pride in their work. They can say, oh, look, I built that. That's what I did. Whereas if you're, selling somebody SEO, what are you going to do? You're going to walk up to them and hand them a report? It doesn't quite as well sit in. It's not exactly what they want to see or hear from you. And so when you can show them this, when you can show them exactly what it is that they are buying and they can see it, you're going to convert more people than ever. And so on that note, let me go ahead and share with you guys a few of those game-changing facts. And by the way, jot these down. Take this information. I promise you, you need to get all of this down. So let's go ahead and get a few things straight. Can anyone tell me what this graph is of? It's pretty straightforward. Once you might have to squint a little to see the numbers. I had to minimize it just a little. But can anyone tell me what this graph is of? It's related to Facebook. Let's see if anyone can't guess this. There's always at least one person who knows what this is. Anybody? Facebook users engagement. You were very, very close. If you lost the last half of that phrase, Carlin, you'd be good. Anybody guess? Subscribers. Perfect, Lewis. In December of 2004, they started with 1 user. And in October of 2012, they hit over 1 billion active Facebook users. Now, out of that, there's over 500 million active Facebook mobile users. So, Sean, that kind of plays with you. And so, guys, think about that for a second. There's literally 50% of all users on Facebook access the entire website through either m.facebook.com or the Facebook mobile app. That is a massive market. I mean massive. And if we're not taking advantage of that as marketers, we are literally we might as well be throwing $100 bills in the fire. And so when we think of, that many users, well, how does that relate to local? Over 70% of local businesses in the United States are on Facebook. They don't, not all of them necessarily use it, and actually to take that a step further, only 19% are actively using Facebook, and I believe that the numbers are like 12% think it's a must, right around 15% think it's a now and then. I mean, guys, the numbers are here that people are using it, they just don't understand it. And so what that means as a marketer, we can come in with all of the knowledge we have and really crush it and save the day for them. And just to give you guys an idea, in just the last 3 years, the importance of Facebook to a local business owner has grown by over 75%. What does that mean? That means that people understand and they're starting to go ahead and put money into where the market is going. And they realize, look, the market, it's going towards social media, to mobile. It's going very much so online. And if we're not taking advantage of that, then we literally are just burning dollar bills. And then finally, Facebook has a 100% higher lead to close ratio than traditional marketing. What does that mean? That means for every sale you get using TV or radio or a newspaper, Facebook could bring you 2. It can bring you double the results. So imagine going up to a business owner and saying that. I mean, it's like, look, for every sale you do, using all this traditional marketing, we could bring you in 2 if you signed up with us. Tell me they're not going to hand you a check on the spot and just start throwing money at you. Because they are starting to understand the importance of just how valuable Facebook and true marketing is. So on that note, you guys, are you ready to see how you can make real money in 5 easy steps? You guys ready to learn the 5-step system? Let's see. I'm waiting for some yeses. I got to see the yeses. Oh, I know. I'm like making you say it again and again, Lewis. I liked when you guys get engaged and get pumped because then you're all really focused on it. All right, so Becky, Joseph, Miriam, Janet, I can't even keep up with this, guys. Everyone's saying yes, so let's dive right on into it. So what's step 1? Very simply, step 1 is we have to find some leads. That's pretty much step 1 when it comes to any business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my favorite lead resource. And let me go ahead and drag this over really quick. And here we have Manta.com. So we're going to have to find some leads. How many people have heard of Manta? And I won't stop typing in the chat box yes, but while you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use Manta. So what Manta does is it allows you to search pretty much every industry out there all over the world. It's not like Yellow Pages or some other websites that are limited to the United States. This literally goes worldwide. I mean, we've got Australia, Brazil, Africa, Asia, Europe, Oceania, South America. I can go on and on, but you get the point. We have literally places that we can search for all over the world. For me, I'm going to choose good old Florida because that's where I'm at. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and just choose a location out of Florida. There's, it gives you the individual cities, and it does give you each individual city for Florida, but these are the top ones. So Tampa, we're the second largest city in Florida. Miami has us literally beat 2-1, but that's okay. And so let's go ahead and pull open the Tampa-based businesses, and you know what? I'm going to keep things really simple. I'm just going to go ahead and show you one of the first couple of listings. So let's do Tampa DJ and Lighting. And let's see, do they have any? Oh, they don't have any reviews yet because this is a brand new system that was implemented by Manta just about maybe a month or 2 ago. But what's really cool about this, guys, and why Manta is so powerful is that it gives you the name of the business, pretty good. It gives you a location. They're a mobile business. It gives you a phone number, a website, an email address. We scroll down a little. It gives us personal information about them, and then here's where the game changer comes in. It gives us the company contact, and I just realized this one doesn't have the personal information for this business owner, so let me go ahead and go back one really quick. And I'm going to just choose a different business just to show you guys this, because this is literally a game-changing situation. This is what can make or break some businesses. So we have all this information up here. That's great. We're off to a good start. We scroll down a little. They've got good reviews. That's awesome. They look like they're a solid business. Scroll down a little more. We get more information about them. We get to find out like their fax number, not that that's important, but their hours, a little more information about the business. And here's where everything changes. We get the personal information of the owner. We get a cell phone number or a personal number, two different ones. These are different numbers, as you guys can tell, and it's not the same number that's up here. So think about that for a second. Odds are this number goes to a decision maker. So when we pick it up and we call it, we can say, hey, look, we're so-and-so. We go through our pitch, and instantly we've gone ahead and we've skipped the gatekeeper. Now, if you're doing email marketing, we have a personal email address. These are all different emails. And so if you guys look, this is some of the most valuable information you will ever be able to use or find when it comes to working with local businesses. Sean, I want you to chime in here. You tell me. If you had this information, especially when it comes to, let's say, anything mobile or anything Facebook, selling any offline service really, if you had the ability to literally get the personal contact information of the individual you need to get to write you a check, would that not be incredibly valuable?
Oh, absolutely. And anyone who knows me already knows what a big fan I am of Manta and how I've used it and still do to this day. And I think it goes back to the Dale Carnegie book. People love the sound of their own name. When you're armed with their name, their email address, being able to contact them on a personal level instead of just, blasting out a generic message, it takes things to a different level, and you really get the engagement and response that you're looking for.
Absolutely. I could not agree more with that. I mean, think about it, guys. If you have this information, odds are sales calls and all that kind of stuff, they come in all day, let's be honest. And so we can't compete with that much volume. We can't hold the phone up all day long. We can't send them 10,000 emails. I mean, some of those companies can do massive things. I mean, we're talking about $100+ million companies. They have the ad budget to do all of the TV ads, to do all of those things, and we just can't compete with it. So instead, we're going to take the personal approach. We're going to go back to good old human psychology because, like Dale Carnegie says, everybody loves when you call someone and they know who you are and they have all your information already, especially in the business situation. As long as you're not creepy about it, you're good. Anyways, though, guys, this is how I go in and I use Manta. So you guys tell me, is that a valuable little tidbit of information? Now, you got to realize this isn't on every single listing, but majority of listings do have the company contacts as well as a personal cell phone number or a personal email address. And I mean, being able to get that, that's gold. So you all tell me. Mike says, yes, that's valuable. Awesome, Mike. Thank you. And so let me go ahead and go back to the slides because I want to keep going on from here. But once we've gone ahead and we found some leads, now what do we have to do? Well, most importantly, we need to actually let me pull open the slides. Where did it go? There we go. All right, so I want to go ahead and share with you guys a little bit of information about Groupon. And did I do it? Okay, there we go. Groupon is the other lead source that I highly recommend and I literally use all the time. Why? Because, well, simply put, Groupon, most importantly, has some of the most happy customers and the most pissed off customers in the world. I mean, we're talking about people that literally have had to shut their doors because they ran a Groupon. And so when it comes to Groupon, there's a few things that you guys need to know. And that is that 50% of the U.S. consumers are aware of them. 20% are actually engaging with them. Between 55 and 61% of these businesses that do run a daily promotion make some money. So that's, it's a little contrary to popular belief. Not every business walks away with a negative profit. A lot of businesses do, in fact, they do make some money and they do have something that they can walk away with and be happy. 50% of all mobile phone owners in the entire United States use Groupon and Living Social. 42% of businesses that ran Groupons promotions say they would not run them again. And then finally, 65% of people who use a Groupon or a daily deal return to the business where they had purchased that daily deal. Now, you got to realize one really important fact about this page. 60% of people that use Groupon, or businesses at least, make money. So what does that mean? 40% don't. That leaves a massive market for us. I mean massive. Absolutely massive. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to pick a good Groupon versus bad Groupon very quickly. Not very difficult to do at all. And so as you guys can see, again, I'm in the Tampa Bay area, and I'm just going to scroll a little bit. And I want to go ahead and show you something. Let's say best of 2012, like a tropical boat tour or something. Here is a business that does not need our help. They have over 1,000 sales. Odds are they're selling them on drinks or something else once they get on the actual boat. So they're making good money. They don't need our help. They don't need us. They already have 1,000+ customers. Who could better use our help? Let's go and close the wrong tab there. Let me go ahead and scroll down just a little bit, and I want to show you guys something. Let's find us a business that could use our help. So let's see, what's this look like? This is a little more expensive, so I should also say that they're going to, yeah, see, they still have over 100 customers that have bought a $350 product. That means that they probably really don't need our help. So what are we looking for? We're looking for business owners who have run a Groupon, who have not had massive success, and who have not gone and gotten, you know, literally hundreds upon hundreds of sales. And so what I usually look for in this case are restaurant owners and day spas, places like paintball. And so I'm going to open up a couple of these to see if we can't find exactly what we're looking for. All right, so this one, over 480 bought. They're doing pretty good. Here's actually a really good example of somebody that we could go after. The Vial, I don't know. Anyways, the Vial Day Spa in Bloomingdale. This is a perfect business. They only have 6 that have been bought. So can you guys tell me, like, you know, look at this and think about it for just a second. It's a $70 value. They're making about $15 on this deal. To be specific, they're actually making, what, $14.50. And so when we look at that information, they've already lost a substantial amount of money just because the fact that they've had to give 50% of it away to Groupon, and they've had to give a 59% discount on top of that. So what does that mean? That means that from a business standpoint, they're hurting right now. And so what we can do is we can swoop in and we can say, look, we've got this awesome, you know, package that we can work with you on. It's going to give you, not in the same sense, it's not going to give you similar results to what Groupon could do, because Groupon has the traffic. That's why they are so popular. And so what we can do is we can say, look, we can take every one of your current customers and have them coming back time and time again by getting them to go and like your Facebook fan page. We can get them to really start interacting with you and use coupons and whatnot to want to come back to your business time and time again. So that is an ideal business that we can target that is just a perfect situation for exactly what we need. On that note, let me go ahead and drag these back off the screen. And for everyone asking questions and whatnot about these, just do me a favor, hold them off for a little while. I usually don't go into the questions too much while I'm going through the presentation because I want to make sure that you guys are getting quality content the entire way through. Now, what we're going to go ahead and talk about is, step 2. Step 2 is we have to send an email. We have to make first contact. I like email marketing personally because I can contact 1,000 to 2,000 businesses a week, if not more, and there really would be no way of doing that, cold calling or anything like that, without at least a couple guys on my team. And so if I'm doing this personally, if I just want to do this, quick and fast and just make some really fast money, all I have to do is download a bunch of emails of business owners, throw them into an emailer, and start blasting away, and we're good to go. Now let me go ahead and go over what I like to call a really, really good, solid first email. Now there are 5 key facts to this email that you guys are going to learn right now, so definitely pull out the pen, get the paper if you haven't already, or at least open up Notepad, do something. But have this ready because I promise you, you're going to want to know these. These apply to literally any sales script, any sales anything really, especially when it comes to making any sort of a first contact. So here are the 5 elements to writing a really good email. Number 1, what do we have to do when we send out an email? Well, we have to stress the importance of it. So the way I start off my email is by saying your business is in jeopardy. That gets their interest, and that gets them very, very on the edge of their seat. So very edgy. They realize the importance. When somebody says that their business could be in jeopardy, that catches their eye. And so they open up the email, and what we instantly have to do is we have to engage with them. We also have to do a couple of other things. So we keep their interest while they're reading the email. We have to respect their time. So you guys can see this is a short email. We're talking about 4 sentences, literally 4 sentences. And all the rest of the email, you don't even have to look at that. That's just extra stuff. But the 4 sentences, between where it says, hey, insert name, and it ends at regards. So we start off, we simply get them to go ahead, and we show them, look, I noticed something that is missing that I could honestly think could really help your business. To show you, I shot a quick video, insert this. We've gone ahead and we've addressed multiple different topics. Scarcity, because the video is actually, I noticed it got cut off, but the video is only going to be up for 2 days. The importance of the email, because look, your business could be in jeopardy. Desperation, if their business is in jeopardy, they're definitely going to get desperate. Their interest, we've piqued their interest because we've asked them to watch a 2-minute video. And finally, their time, it's a short email. We've gone through, we said what we were going to say, and we can walk away from it now. So we've literally hit every element we need to hit when it comes to writing a great first contact email. Next up, we have to go into step 3, and once we hit step 3, we have to talk about the follow-up. Now, this is usually once the business owner has gotten back to us, not if they haven't replied. We have an entirely different approach for that, but I won't go into that right now. But anyways, what we do with the follow-up is, look, they've come back to us, they've gone ahead, and they've basically said they're interested. We need to go for the next step. So what do we do in this email? What are the 4 elements that we have to hit? Well, a couple of them are similar to the last one, but the 4 things that we have to hit are we have to go for the close. The reason for that is that a lot of people will tell you it's better to go through a long sales process of 4, 5, 6, 7 contacts before you ask for a close. Sure, you are absolutely right. The majority of business is done on the 7th contact, or higher, I should say. So why am I asking you to go for the close on the 1st, or rather the 2nd? Because if you're sending out literally 5 to 6 emails per business owner to hundreds of businesses, you're going to be so overwhelmed, it's not even funny. You don't have the team to do that, especially if you're doing it by yourself. So what do you do to solve that problem? You go for the close on the 2nd email. You convert a 1/10 of what you would convert if you went through the long process, but you're able to contact up to 10 to 20 to 30 times more by simply going ahead and blasting out that many emails. So at the end of the day, it works very, very well for you because you're able to bring in more revenue. You're able to go ahead and just start crushing it without having to go through a long sales process that's very drawn out that most businesses would use in a traditional situation. Now let's go ahead and talk about the email itself. I started off very simple, and I just go ahead and I go through a simple little process where I stress the unique selling point. I talk about, look, this is a one-time fee. This is something that's going to bring you more customers. This is something that's going to actually work for your business. All you have to do is take action. I give them a very professional explanation of the entire process of what's going to happen, why we've priced it so low, and the entire time I keep their interest by making sure that I do not talk about the money and the actual cost until about 60 to 70% through the email. And so when I'm sitting there explaining this entire process to them, it is a complete win-win because they are able to go ahead and see the true value while at the same time I'm able to get my point across and ask them for the money. Now, are you guys interested in a quick little trick that could increase your sales rates by 50%, by literally having 50+% people come back to you with a yes that wouldn't have before? I'm kind of curious about that. You guys want to know what that is? I see a ton of yeses, so I should have said that a little more enthusiastically. I'm going to go ahead and let me share with you guys the single trick especially when it comes to using this system, that can quite literally double your sales, for all those people that were not about to buy, and that is a PayPal invoice. Now, let me explain. And Sean, I would love for you to chime in on this in just a second. But what happens with email is that how many emails a day do we get? And in the chat box, really quick, give me an arbitrary number here, you guys. How many emails a day do we get? I know, me personally, I get about 300 between my 5 or 6 email addresses. So I get 300 plus emails. So what does that mean? That means that I usually go and I right-click, and I click Select All, and I hit Mark as Read, or I just hit Delete. And I do not go through each one of those emails. So I'm seeing Brian says 101, Miriam hundreds, Carolyn 200 plus. Exactly, you guys. Emails there's tons of them. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's so many emails that it's impossible for us to keep up. And so what we do is when we send this email to a business owner, they're going to go ahead and they're going to see our original email, which is the follow-up asking for money. And as soon as they go ahead and click the back button, what is there on the very next line? A PayPal invoice. Now, some business owners are going to get irritated by this. They're going to say that you're assuming too much. You're thinking that I'm just going to give you money for no reason. And then some of them are going to realize, you know what? This guy is serious. He wants to start working. He made it even easier on me because I don't even have to reply now. And when when he sends you the money, all you're going to do is you're going to send him your little tidbit of information saying, I need your Facebook page, I need you to give me admin access, and we'll get you set up in the next 24 to 48 hours. And so what you're doing with this PayPal invoice is literally doubling your sales, because what you can do is instead of having to go through this process where you literally have to go back and forth time and time again, what you're doing is you're eliminating that entirely, and you're allowing that business owner to save himself tons of time and get back to work with whatever he's doing or she's doing by going ahead and just paying you up front. Trust me, that will work so well in so many situations. If you don't take anything away today, other than that, you will still have gotten a ton of really great information. And so trust me when I say the PayPal invoice thing, business owners love speed. Exactly, Lewis. They love being able to get stuff done fast because that allows them to get more people in the door to make them more money. And so on that note, let's go ahead and jump into step 4. We've gone ahead and talked about how to find the leads, how to contact them, and how to follow up with them. Now what do we have to do? Well, we followed up. We've gotten our money. We have to actually install the coupon fan page. So who here enjoys coding? I know that I personally love coding, but here's one of the biggest problems. When it came down to installing this coupon fan page, I hated it because I like coding on my own projects. I'm a programmer at heart, but the biggest thing about that is that it was taking me 45 plus minutes per project. I was constantly making manual changes, and it was a complete waste of time, let's be honest. I didn't need to be doing all of that extra work, especially when it came down to the fact that I only had 7 days to make all of that money. So remembering back to my story, I finally hit my number, and I was able to get it done, but it was on like day 6 at midnight. I barely had 24 hours left to get all of this process done, and I had to go all the way over to my university and pay my bill at like 12 o'clock at night because it's a 24/7 place. But the point is that it was ridiculously long, and so I got to know who here enjoys coding, because if you enjoy coding, I need to get with you after the webinar. And Sean, I'm sorry if I'm stealing one of your customers away and hiring them. It's just coding is not a fun process for majority of people, and so when it came to installing these coupon fan pages, it's just not something that I know you guys would enjoy. And so why not go ahead and make the process a little faster? But then I realized, you know what? Okay, coding, it's not always so bad, especially when I got around to step 5, and step 5 is an absolute blast. I got to sit back and I got to enjoy my money. And in reality, I got to enjoy about $200 of my money, but I was able to pay off my tuition as well as my books, and I was good to go. So I had my step-by-step process. I was able to find the targeted leads, send the first email, close on the follow-up, install the fan page, and enjoy the money. And so who here thinks that this is a simple process, that this is something that could be replicated, that they could do themselves? I want to know. Who here thinks that, if you had some time and just sat down and actually did it, you could go through this entire process and actually start making sales. Brian says, yes, even I can do this. I love that, Brian. You know, automate it and boom, Lewis. Yeah, absolutely. Not hard at all, says Carolyn. Exactly, you guys. So here's my question for you all. You've seen how easy this step-by-step process is doing it manually. What if you could do everything in 5 minutes? Literally, what if you could go start to finish, top to bottom, in 5 minutes? Would that be something that you guys are interested in? I want to know. Please tell me. Because if you're not, then we can start talking about cats or something. But even better, says Becky. Man, that's cool. Exactly, guys. Joseph says yes. Yeah, guys. If you could do this in 5 minutes, it would be awesome. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you exactly how to do this entire thing in 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag over a couple of tabs really quick. There we go. Here is what I call FBCube. Here's my little one of my little gems in my software arsenal that I went ahead and created that saves me so much time. And so what you guys saw is that finding the leads and all of that stuff, that's not hard. Going in and sending an email, especially if you just have to copy and paste something, that's still not that hard. Doing the follow-up, if you complain about having to ask somebody to get money, we have another problem entirely, because you're getting literally free money, so to speak, and all you have to do is go through a simple process. So on that note, let me go ahead and show you the power of FBCube and just how simple it is to go from start to finish, from the client finding to the client servicing, literally start to finish, the entire process in just 5 minutes. So in honor of our wonderful host, we're going to name this page Sean Spellman. Next up, we have a couple of options here. We can do a coupon content option with an image or with a text-based coupon fan page. What this means is that we go in, and when we do the image, we can go ahead and we literally just choose our images, and that's how the page is formatted. Or we can choose our text option, and we can type in whatever we want for the title text, for the header text, for the footer text. I mean, we've covered the entire a range of all of the different areas that you want to have on a page. We also cover the colors. You guys can choose whatever color you want, and you can do the font size. But you know what? I like when things are really pretty, so we're going to do images. So I'm going to go ahead and choose the unliked page header image. I'm going to choose select files, and I'm just going to click top unliked because that is the image that I want for all of the people who have not liked a fan page to see before they go ahead and like it. The same process for the unliked page footer image, bottom unliked. And I'm going to scroll down and click Insert into Post. And then same thing for the liked page image. As you guys can see, I just went ahead and pre-named these top-liked. Very simple to do. All the images are actually already included in the software. You just have to, basically use them. But I wanted to show you how simple that was. On that note, we have two options: coupon code types. We have an image coupon code, or we have a text coupon code. Let's just do text. Let's do 456963. I don't know, 6 random numbers that I typed in. Anyways, what we can do at this point is we can choose our custom video type. Now we can do FBCube video, which is something that me and my company put together, and it's a very professional video that you can use with FBCube. Or you can do a custom video and upload it to YouTube or to Amazon S3. Now the benefits of doing that are that custom video production is a very lucrative business. You can make a lot of money selling custom video to your clients. And what that means for you is that if you go ahead and decide to go that route, all you have to do is literally go ahead and say, look guys, I'm going to go ahead and create this custom videos. We're going to charge you $1,200 for it, and we're going to throw it up on your Facebook fan page, and you're good to go. So instantly, you've already had an upsell on top of the money that you're going to make from selling them FBCube. Now, let's take that a step further. I'm going to use the FBCube video. We can choose our video width. I just use 560 and 315 because that's what it looks best. I hit generate, and I am done creating my coupon fan page. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention right now, and I'm looking at the attendance rate and whatnot. So I want to see that attentive rate jump up to at least like 90%. If you're listening, trust me. I want you to see how simple it is to literally go ahead and install the coupon fan page. You saw how easy it was to create it. Watch how simple this is to install it. I click on the box. I hit Control Paste, so copy. I come over here to Facebook. I've already installed my custom tab generator. All this is static HTML up here at the top, static HTML iframe tabs. It's a free app. You click on that. You click on whatever page you want it to be installed on. Simple so far. Now, how do I close this? There we go. Facebook's always messing with me in that sense. What I do is I come over here to the app itself. I click on FanGate. This is what people are going to see before they go to the content. I right-click and I hit Paste. It's going to give me an insecure URLs error. The reason for that is that I don't have SSL installed on my domain. The nice thing is that when you use FBCube, you don't have to. It eliminates that problem entirely, but for some reason the error is still there. We don't actually, you don't have to use a HTTPS or an SSL certificate. But all I've done so far, as you can see, is I've copied and pasted that. I hit Save and Publish. I come back to Content. I copy it again, come over here, paste, save and publish, and I'm done. So I want to know, guys, who here thinks that was a really simple process? I mean, can you do that? It's pretty simple, and then when you click on Preview tab, this is what your customers see, or rather what the people who are about to like the page see. Click like to get your coupon. Watch this video for more information. Simple so far. All you have to do, and then whenever they want to actually land on the fan page, thanks for clicking like, here's your coupon code, and you're done. And what they do is with the coupon code, you can set that to really whatever you want. You can also choose an image to be placed here. It's completely up to you. It's so simple. It literally is a step-by-step process that you can use start to finish, and that's it. That's all you have to do. So I want to know, before I go back to the slides, really quick, I want to see in the chat box who here has seen this so far and thought this is like the easiest thing in the world to do, especially if all you have to do is copy and paste a couple of sales scripts. Let me know, guys. Do you guys think this is simple? Matthew says very nice. Brian says, oh man, I'm going to make a mint with this. I will kill it. Awesome, you guys. Looks good. Nice stuff. Took 5 minutes. Nice. Yeah, I promised you it's going to take 5 minutes. And so let's go ahead and let me head back to the slides. And I want to lay something out really quick for you guys. And Sean, on this next slide, I'm definitely going to ask for your opinion on this. But here's your new income streams. With the FBCube coupon fan page system, you charge $297. Let's say you decide to throw on a few extra services like reputation marketing, social management, web design, search engine optimization, mobile marketing, quite a few different services, everything in there, very normal to charge a client for. Those are probably low-end prices, but the total upfront that you can make from selling these services, arbitrarily of course, is like $2,291. Total monthly, $1,738. Total for the year, $20,856. So Sean, you tell me, is charging a client exactly what you see on this screen a fair number, or am I like just, blowing smoke out of my ass?
No, that's definitely a fair number, Will. And I think, what it boils down to is really that foot in the door service. And with the FBCube coupon page, it's really the best way, like you said, they can visually see, the results and what you can do for their business. So it's a great way to build trust and build a relationship.
I'm so glad you mentioned that.
It's something that I do in my own business. And then from there, the sky's the limit. I've had search engine optimization campaigns that are well over $697 a month. So that might even be, a little low, but everything else, it's a very fair number. And, once you get your foot in the door, the sky really is the limit.
Exactly. And you guys got to realize, I'm really glad that you mentioned that, Sean. When you get your foot in the door, especially after your client is seeing results, charging those numbers on that screen, that's nothing. They're willing to give you 10 times that if you can keep bringing them real results. Because you got to realize most businesses that do what we do, all they do is, oh yeah, I'm going to do this for you, take their money, and nothing ever happens. They might give you a simple website, but there's never going to get any traffic. It's never going to get optimized. There's a lot of things that look really bad on our industry, but that's where we can, change that, and where we can really make a
true change in the business itself. And what we can do is with these new income streams, we can build a solid business. I mean, if you had a $20,000 a year client, you need 5 of those and you're pulling in $100K, 6-figure business. 5 clients and you're pulling in a 6-figure business. So let me go ahead and share with you guys some real results from using FBCube. So here's a friend of mine. His name is Gary Herder. He went ahead and took FBCube and in just 48 hours had some very impressive results. He, on day 1, went ahead and sent 100 copy and paste emails, literally the email that you saw earlier a few slides ago, exact same email he used that he sent. He went ahead and he targeted dentists, mechanics, and contractors. And on day 1, just selling FBCube, he had a total profit of $3,790. And I know for a fact he had a ton of business owners ready to sign up for upsells. So that would probably have doubled, tripled, maybe even quadrupled over the next 2 to 3 weeks. On day 2, he went ahead and he did 50 copy and paste emails. He had dentists, veterinarians, and restaurants as his niches. He pulled in $1,779. You guys, that is a total 2-day profit of $5,569 in his bank account. In his bank account in 48 hours. Literally copying, pasting emails for 4.5 hours. I mean, if that's not one of the easiest ways to make money, I don't know what is. And then on top of that, there's another individual I want to introduce you to. His name's Robert, and he went ahead in 45 days. He took the exact same emails. He had his kids do it. His kids, his 14-year-old kid, went in and sent these emails. I mean, talk about slave labor at its finest. And he went instead of charging $297, he charged $147 for FBCube because that's that's completely up to you, of course. And he led into an immediate upsell. Basically, if you signed up with FBCube, you also had to buy a website or Facebook services or something like that. His total profit in 45 days from just selling FBCube was $6,174. $6,174 having his kid copy and paste emails when they got home from school. I mean, it's talked about one of the easiest systems to make money with. And then, so here's my real question to you guys. Can you do it? Can I do it? The question is absolutely yes. 100% yes. You can do this. There's no technical experience required. None at all. There's no sales experience required. I love that comment that Brian just made. Brian's like, hell yes, I can do this. Exactly, Brian. There's no tech experience. There's no sales experience required. You literally use pre-made copy and paste bulletproof systems. When I say this thing has been tested, tried, and proven, more so than anything, it's just simple as can be. Step 4, watch it happen videos. Literally, you watch the entire process start to finish. As everything is happening, and if you've got any questions, all you have to do is address those videos, and all of your questions are answered. Finally, it's newbie and advanced friendly. So my question to you is, what are you guys waiting for? FBCube is available. It's ready for you, and so all you have to do is take action. Guys, look, the FBCube software, it does the one-click coupon fan page generation. You have user-friendly interfaces for beginners and pros. You can use our pre-made videos, the FBCube video. We paid a lot of money for that video, I should also add. Or you can upload your own custom videos. You can create text or image-driven coupon fan pages, which is something that is going to be vital for your business because you can use HTML or an image. And you can do instant viral capabilities to drive massive traffic for your clients' fan pages. And I should add right now, the viral capability has been turned off for about a week because Facebook changed their system. But you guys got to realize, when you go up to a client and you say, look, what I can do for you is I can go ahead and charge this amount of money, and I can bring these results. And then when you take that a step further and you say, look, every single time somebody lands on this fan page, they're going to go ahead and like it, and their friends and family are going to see that, and you're going to start getting massive viral traffic just by signing up with a coupon fan page generator. So guys, you get the FBCube step-by-step training. You learn the exact bulletproof formula I use to find sniper-targeted clients wanting and desperately needing your help. You learn which 4 lead sources have unlimited fountains of clients. So I showed you 2 of them. You get 2 more in the back end that are going to be highly secretive, and I promise you you're going to love it. And they're so easy to use, especially when you realize just how simple they are. This is going to give you the shotgun start your business needs to have that client by dinner tomorrow. On top of everything you've seen so far, because I know a lot of people are asking, where's the link, Will, or how do I get this, and all that good old stuff. I promise you guys, on top of all of the step-by-step training and everything, you guys need to get the bonuses, the copy and paste everything, the exact templates that Gary has used to make over $5,569 in profit in 2 days, and the same professionally made first contact video that we use for incredibly massive results. You guys are going to get access to the FBCube marketing community, which is 24/7 access to me. You have to realize, guys, I charge $285 an hour now. Yeah, we raised the prices, so I had to remember there for a second. I charge $285 an hour for consulting, depending on what the topic is. If it's offline, that's what it is. If it's online, I charge $400. The simple fact of the matter is that getting 24/7 access to not only me, but my assistant, and dozens, and I don't underestimate the dozens here. I'm not saying that there's only 10 people in reality. No, we're talking about over 100 people inside the FBCube marketing community that are actively helping each other and growing their businesses. You guys are going to get access to bonus number 3, which is the pre-made, done-for-you coupons. You don't worry about the design work. You just copy and paste the words of information you want, and you're done. Those are a couple examples of what you guys are going to receive when you go ahead and sign up. I know I paid, I think it was $400 for these things, so I probably should value them higher. But like I said, I like to undervalue everything because then it only is benefiting you. And on top of everything you've seen so far, you guys are going to get my Mega Solutions training, which is the live private training where I explain everything offline. Literally, you're going to be able to copy and paste my brand new business model that I am currently using in Jumproo that will make my business 7 figures in the offline world this year. So on that note, you guys, let me go ahead and lay out today's exclusive offer because Sean has really come to me and forced me to give you guys a great deal. The FBCube coupon software normally goes for $497. The exclusive marketing training goes for $97 a module. There's 6 modules, so $582. The copy and paste marketing materials goes for $497. I mean, if you had the opportunity to literally copy and paste sales scripts that are being used to make $5K in 2 days, that's more than worth it. You guys are going to get access to the FB marketing community, which is normally $69 a month, as well as the pre-made, done-for-you FBCube coupons that I am charging $147 for. Those are yours free today when you sign up for FBCube. And you guys are getting the Mega Solutions training, which I normally will charge $997 for. And on top of all of that, this is going to be the most amazing deal, I promise you, you've seen all week. This goes for typically $3,548. It is yours today for a one-time payment of just $197 or 2 payments of $129. On that note, I'm here for the next however long you guys need me to answer questions, to answer anything you guys want, and go ahead and start throwing them at me. Let's see. I saw a couple questions earlier. By the way, everyone that did go ahead and ask a question earlier, make sure that you ask it again. And yes, this has been recorded, and I'm assuming Sean will send it out hopefully in the next little ways. Excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. This is recorded, so I'll be sure to get the replay out as well. And also, I just wanted to throw in there when we were talking about bigger marketing agencies. I have a brother who just graduated from college, and he started working doing internet marketing for a place called Local Edge, which is kind of underneath one of the major media companies called Hearst Media. And taking a look at some of their prices and the work they actually deliver, is just astonishing to me. And talking to some clients that have worked with them before, you know, they're not getting the results. So for something like this where you can come in and really provide tangible value to that client in such an easy manner, you know, it's an awesome opportunity. And, you know, just seeing this offer laid out in front of me right now is getting me excited. So thank you, Will, for all the actionable content, too, on top of this great offer.
Of course, yeah. No, it's a blast being on here with you guys. To answer a quick question I just saw, do you need a Facebook app to do this? No, you do not. All you need is a WordPress installation to throw in the plugin on. And by the way, you do not need to install the plugin itself on every single website for every client. You can have as many clients as you want on any website you want. It does not matter. Can you go over the PayPal invoice piece again? Do you just email that to them if they reply in the first email saying they're interested? Basically what I do when it comes to the PayPal invoice is when I send them that follow-up email, what I do is I just 5 minutes after that, I go ahead and I send them that PayPal invoice. And that way in their inbox, it'll say, you know, the first email is from us, and it's the reply. The second email is the PayPal invoice, and instantly they're going to go ahead and see that, and they're going to sign up right away. I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please let me know, and I'll take it a step further. What do you mean, as many clients on any website? Okay, so DC, do you have any WordPress websites? Okay, perfect. You have a WordPress website. I don't care if it's a website about blogging. I don't care if it's a website about golf. I don't care if it's a website about makeup, or if it's actually about offline marketing. You can install that plugin on literally any WordPress website, and you can set it up, and that's all you have to do. You can run as many clients as you want through FBCube. There's no limit. It's a one-time payment. You never have to worry about signing up for some subscription or anything like that. And it's literally just a one-click install if you know how to install a plugin. And you can see exactly how I got started. It only takes 5 minutes to get everything going. Let's see. So the system will create the fan gates. Which email provider do I use to make this effective? I usually use Gmail, but I don't use you know, your name at gmail.com. I use Google Apps Gmail. They have much better servers, and it also lets you do that the personal domain and whatnot. So for $5 a month, it's more than worth it, and it only takes about, I think, you know, maybe about 20 or 30 minutes to get set up. Do you set this up for people who don't already have coupons on Groupon? Absolutely, Miriam. You don't have to. Groupon's just a lead source. That's really all it is. It's at its core, it simply put is just a lead source that you can use and utilize. And yeah, I mean that's literally all there is to it. You don't have to target people that use Groupon. Do we need demos to show clients to help sales? Sure, you can have a demo, Brian. You don't have to have one. That's completely up to you. And if you want a demo, it's only going to take you literally 2 minutes to install the entire thing. You could set up Brian's fan page example and just create a random page. It doesn't have to be a real page. You're allowed to have fake pages. And send all your clients to that and say, look, this is exactly what you're going to get. And like I said, clients love to be able to see exactly what it is they're buying. And so when you can show them that demo, your sales are going to skyrocket. I always find it challenging to find the email addresses even on Manta. Are your other lead sources better? The nice thing about Groupon is that on Groupon, every single listing has to have an email on it and a phone number. And to take that a step further, depending on where you're searching on Manta, you might be looking in the wrong areas. I know that there's more rural-based areas, so like let's say Montana, for example, is not going to have as accurate information as like San Diego. But at the same time, the nice thing about this is that you don't have to only work with local businesses. You can work with businesses all around the world. So Manta, as well as the other couple lead sources, yeah, they do have really good emails and information. Not every listing has them, but I know that you're not going to have any trouble finding email addresses if that's what you're worrying about. Let's see.
Lewis is asking, will you guys have a report or a video that will educate the client on Groupon, like sites, versus what we are trying to do? Lewis, I mean, that's definitely something that we could put together relatively easily. If a couple people do want us to do that, I don't mind putting together a little white page type report and uploading that to the members area. All you guys have to do is just request it once you're in there, open up a help desk ticket, and I'd be more than happy to look into possibly doing that for you. Let's see. Okay, so Dee Dee's asking, I missed something. What are we making? It moved right as I started to read it. Okay, what are we making on or from? Is it the coupons to start, then everything else is add-on or upsells? Exactly. You basically sell them the coupon system. You don't sell them the actual software because you don't want them to have access to that. You want to install that on your domain. That way, if they ever decide to not pay you, if you charge a monthly fee or something, you can simply cancel it and turn it off. And so when you install this on your website, what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to quite literally sign up as many clients as you want and turn it as many clients as you want off whenever they don't pay. Let's see. Did you say that you're using Google Apps for email? Yes, I am using Google Apps for email, and it does have better deliverability because the servers that you're running on have far less traffic than traditional spammed Gmails. So yeah, you have much better deliverability because you're not working on the exact same system as all of those people that create the fake accounts just to spam. Let's see. Brian is asking about the payment plan. Is it the same deal as the one-time payment? There's no OTO anywhere in this entire system. I promise you the only OTO you might ever see is me inviting you to a webinar. That's literally it. I might offer some more free training on top of the mega solutions down the road. But other than that, I promise there's no OTOs. And that was a very sarcastic statement. I don't want anyone to think there actually is an OTO. But on top of that, though, the payment plan is, I think it's about $40, $45 more. No, wait. You know what? I'm just going to do the exact numbers here. That way I don't look like an idiot giving you guys fake numbers. So $197 is the one-time payment, $129 times 2. So you're paying about $60 more if you go with the payment plan route. The reason for that is that we just have it set up so that our system, there's an incentive to going ahead and signing up as a whole right now. Any other questions? Let's see. Is there anybody that has any questions? No problem, Didi, of course. Right. Okay, DC, what's the question? Let's see. Do you have to select a location for this? Not at all. You literally can use this anywhere in the world, as long as you speak English. I mean, I'm assuming that's pretty much the only requirement when it comes to using the plugin.
And Will, let me chime in here. I think DC is referring to something when he said was Manta the only lead source, because sometimes he has issues finding it.
Okay.
I gave him a little string that I use on Google, and basically it just kind of dives even deeper into Manta. So you can copy and paste the string and put in your niche and then the email extension. So for instance, it will search for all of Manta for, a pizza establishment that has a Gmail extension or that has a Hotmail extension, whatever it might be. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I use it all the time, and I use it that can be used on other sites, not necessarily just Manta, but it helps me just kind of dive even deeper and grab some more lead sources for different niches that I'm looking for. So I think that's what DC is referring to. And you can add a location if you like. The only thing you need to do is just add another set of parentheses and then put in the location. So whether it's Tampa Bay, Florida, or Rochester, Minnesota, whatever it might be. So you can target a specific demographic and geographic location.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. I had no idea you could do that. See, here's the SEO genius guy who
who I gave him the hardest time about this one client. I won't bring it up again though. I gave him the hardest time because now he's like sitting here and he's like, I don't like SEO anymore, so I'm going to do mobile. And 6 months later, now you're killing it in mobile. So I'm props off to you. But anyways, yes, there is 24 hours help. You can hit my help desk. And also on Facebook, I really don't like when people creepily find my phone number. It's happened before. I promise you I'm not going to answer, so just go the traditional routes of like using the help desk. I usually reply back within about 6 to 12 hours, depending on the time of the day. I check my help desk 3 times a day. So, definitely use the help desk, or you can go ahead and post in the FBCube community group. And you're pretty good to go. Brian, I'm glad you asked about email spam laws. The thing about email spam laws is that there's 7 rules you have to comply with, and as long as you comply with those 7 rules, you can email anyone you want. Does not matter. And you can email them as many times as you want, I should say, until they ask you to stop emailing them and unsubscribe. And I've actually covered that in the exact scripts. And you know what? Let me go ahead and show you one of the scripts. If I can drag it on over. Here's the script, and the section you want to focus on is right here. Insert company name, throw in your address and your information. This message contains advertisement materials. To stop receiving emails/messages from your company, please respond to this email with stop. And that is all you have to do. That makes you compliant with your email spam laws. Oh, and I should also add, whenever they do say stop, you have 10 days to stop emailing them. Otherwise, then they can sue you. But let's see. Okay, no, we need our own personal website for this system. No, you don't need your own personal website. You just need a website in general. It could be a business website. It could be a personal website. You could even probably get a free WordPress website. As long as you can install this plugin somewhere, you are... you're good to go. I mean, literally, it just requires a WordPress installation, and that is it. Any other questions? Any other questions at all?
Looks like you've covered most of the basics.
Yeah, I think I covered most of them. I think your crowd just likes to take notes because, it's a hit or miss with people. It's either there's like 1,000 questions and every single question is something I've already said in the presentation, or it's there's like no questions at all because the audience is really good at taking notes. So I think you guys are really good at taking notes, which is a good thing, I should add. Taking notes is going to benefit you so much.
I take notes on everything.
Oh, absolutely.
You see this notebook that I carry around with me. I know a lot of people will do it on their phone or on their iPad, but I like to do it old-fashioned.
I can't do it on my phone or iPad. It's like I go with the intention of doing it, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I didn't do anything because I didn't actually want to sit there or I get distracted on a game or whatever. And so when I got a pen and a paper in front of me, and it just something clicks in my head and it works. Lewis, I don't talk about other services in the actual the presentation. I should add though that when it comes to other services and stuff in the back end, when you guys get links to signing up for training webinars and training sessions and stuff, I go over everything that I do in my business, and especially on the Mega Solutions training, you're going to really like that because what we're doing in my business right now is very heavily focusing on reputation marketing and social media, and we kind of are tying in mobile a little bit to that, but we don't want to focus on mobile because there's a couple of really big competitors in our area, so we're making some strategic partnerships with them. But yeah, if you're looking for other services and stuff to upsell people on, trust me, you're going to be covered in that sense as well. All you would need to do is just look out for some emails when it comes to webinars and things like that, and you're going to learn a ton just by signing up for FBCube. Thank you, DC. I appreciate it when people let me know how the presentation went. I actually, really quick, everyone that's still in here, I would love to know what you guys thought. It means a lot to me whenever I can get some feedback in the sense of
whether people liked it, whether they didn't like it. I always try to make a couple of changes on each time I do this presentation because it just try to make it better each and every time. So the more yeses I hear, I guess, the better I'm doing. Thank you,
Awesome,
Lewis,
awesome.
for being on here. Awesome, no fluff, good details. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Any other questions there, you guys? We've got a 2:30 deadline, and we're about 15 minutes early. Actually, 10 minutes early, sorry. And let's see. Any last questions? If not, we'll give it about 60 seconds and then close it on off. And I'm sure Sean will have this replay out to you not too long from now, and he'll be able to get the ball rolling with that, and so that you guys can check out the entire presentation yet again. No, I am not offering to fulfill the other services. I don't have a outsourcing company like that yet. That's in the works, but we're talking a year to year and a half out. That's something that I would love to get into. It's just, oops, sorry guys, phone turned on me. That's something I would love to get into, but not necessarily on the radar anytime soon. Any other questions, you guys? Got about 35 seconds before we're going to go ahead and call it a day, and I hope I haven't bored anybody. All right, let's see. 15 seconds. If you're typing something, say yes or spam it out again. My last name is Perkins. Perkins. Like the restaurant. No problem.
All right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you once again for jumping on here and
of course.
doing this presentation today. And I think it's about time you bring those dogs out for a walk now. They've been waiting patiently for you.
Yeah, I should say I haven't taken them out yet, so I should probably go do that. Anyways, though, guys, it has been an absolute blast being on here with all of you. I thank you again for letting me on here, and thank you guys for all the kind remarks and whatnot. It means a lot, trust me. And Sean, thanks for having me, and I can't wait for the next time. I'm sure I'll be back sometime in the next near future, guys. So I thank you again, and I will talk to all of you soon. Oh, I should also add, if anyone does have any questions that was not able to get answered, just hit up Sean. I'm sure he doesn't mind passing those on to me. Or even go to my help desk, which is help.mooseweb.net, and we'll get those answered for you. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you again, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
See you later, Will. See you later, everybody. Have a good day.